Coast Guard District Bicol, home for the Coast Guardians of the South Gateway, unveils the less-known routes going to the south.
The chilly capital of the Philippines.
The lava capital of the Philippines. Literally, the Bicol region is the hottest place to go.
May bagong silang, may bago ng buhay, bagong bansa, bagong galaw.
But guess what? Apart from its enticing beauty, the Bicol region offers you the best routes going to the Queen City of the South.
Sa pag-unlad at ating
Ang Matnog Port sa Sorsogon ay ang kilalang lagusan mula sa Luzon, patungong Visayas at Mindanao. Ngunit dahil sa dami ng manlalakbay at sasakyang mas pinipiling dumaan dito, nagkakaroon ito ng mahabang pila o ang tinatawag na port congestion. Lalo na kung may mga bagyo o sakuna. Pero alam niyo ba na maliban sa Matnog Port, ay may iba pang ruta ang maaari niyong tahakin patungo sa Visayas at Mindanao? Get ready for takeoff as we bring you to Cebu City with easy and stress-free routes via Masbate, Philippines. Travel time from Metro Manila to Legazpi City, Albay will take 12 hours by land and 45 minutes by air.
bagong bansa.
Metro Manila has various terminals and buses that will take you to the Bicol region with a fare of 800 to 1,500 peso. From Legazpi Terminal, there are passenger vans to go to Pilar Port and Puturan Port.
Ating itanghal,
Pilar Port is 1 hour travel from Legazpi City, Albay, located at the municipality of Pilar, Sorsogon, and is 42 nautical miles from Masbate City Port.
bagong galaw sa bagong lipunan. Nagbabago ang lahat tungo sa pag-unlad at ating itanghal bagong lipunan.
MV Maria Angela, departure at 8 p.m. scheduled daily for a 4-hour trip for only 360 peso. MV Maria Sofia, departure at 12 midnight scheduled daily for 4-hour trip for only 360 peso.
MV Batuan departures at 12 a.m. scheduled daily with a fare of 350 pesos for economy and 450 pesos for tourists for a 4-hour trip.
MV City of Angeles, departures at 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. scheduled daily for a 2-hour trip and for only 720 peso. MV Ricardo 5, departures at 8:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. scheduled daily for a 2-hour trip for only 720 peso. MV City of Lucena, departure at 12 noon scheduled daily for a 2-hour trip for only 720 peso. Puturan Port is 1 hour and 30 minutes travel from Legazpi City, Albay, located at the municipality of Puturan, Albay. Puturan Port is 36 nautical miles from Masbate City Port. MV Don Eduardo, trips scheduled daily with the fare of 360 peso for economy and 450 peso for tourist for 4 to 5 hour trip. MV Aldain Dewey, trip scheduled daily with the fare of 360 peso for economy and 450 peso for tourist for 4 to 5 hour trip. MV Milagros, trip scheduled daily with the fare of 360 peso for economy and 450 for tourist for 4 to 5 hour trip.
Ating itanghal.
Welcome to the rodeo capital of the Philippines, the province of Masbate, renowned for its annual rodeo festival.
This astonishing place is made up of 39 islands and islets, including the 3 major islands of Rias, Ticao, and Masbate, giving it a range of natural charms that will truly take your breath away.
Stunning sandbars and white beaches,
Sa pag-unlad
the manta ray capital of the country.
Exciting marine life, scenic views of rolling green hills,
Unique species of animals, luxurious hotels and resorts, and sophisticated restaurants.
and yet there's more. In Masbate Province, there are 3 ports from which you can depart for Cebu, Philippines: the Masbate City Port, the Matnog Port, and the Coast Port.
The Masbate City Port is 146 nautical miles away from Cebu City. Trans-Asia departures at 6 p.m. scheduled every Thursday with a fare of 1,100 pesos for economy and 1,350 pesos for tourists for a 10 to 12 hour trip. Kukalyang departures at 6 p.m. scheduled every Sunday with a fare of 1,320 for economy and 1,080 for tourists for a 10 to 12 hour trip.
Matnog Port is 75 kilometers from Masbate City via passenger van and jeep. Van for 200 peso for 1 hour and 30 minutes travel. Jeep for 180 peso for 2 hours travel. Matnog Port is 140.39 nautical miles away from Cebu Pier 4. MV Masbate departure at 3 p.m. scheduled every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a fare of 1,500 peso for economy and 1,800 for tourists for 14-hour trip.
Matnog Port is 85.31 nautical miles away from Bugo City Port, Cebu. MV Balod departures at 3 p.m. scheduled every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a fare of 800 pesos for economy and 1,000 pesos for tourists for a 9-hour trip. MV Baleno departures at 2 p.m. scheduled from Mondays to Saturdays with a fare of 800 pesos for economy and 1,000 pesos for tourists for a 9 to 10-hour trip.
at ating itanghal.
Coast Port is 100 kilometers from Masbate City via passenger van and jeep.
May bago ng
Coast Port is 90.71 nautical miles away from Matnog Port, Cebu. MV LCT Island Venturi departure at 2 p.m. scheduled every Tuesday to Sunday with a fare of 450 peso for 6-hour trip. When you get to Cebu, various locations offer trips going to different areas of Mindanao.
And this will be your journey from Visayas to Mindanao via the alternate roads. Masbate, the province that lies exactly in the center of the Philippine archipelago.
Home to diverse array of wondrous sights and amazing experiences, making it well worth a visit. But more than that, this province can be the ideal passage for your next travel to the southern Philippines.
bagong silang, may bago ng buhay, bagong bansa, bagong galaw, sa bagong lipunan, nagbabago ang lahat, tungo sa pag-unlad, at ating itanghal, bagong lipunan, may bago ng buhay, bagong bansa, bagong galaw.